Hey everybody, what is up? It's me, Mickey. As you've seen in my other videos, our son has had some issues with his BPD along with some drugs and alcohol. Now he has agreed to go into a facility. We're very hopeful and optimistic that this time it will help him kind of get his life back on track. This is kind of just an update video for everyone that has been so kind and generous on our GoFundMe account for Billy, that you guys can see the journey so you're aware of where your kind support and donations and prayers and everything has been going to. None of this would have been possible without your help, and I am forever grateful. I'm going to try and keep this not totally emotional and upsetting. I want this to be more factual for everyone. Right now I'm going to go stop at Subway and pick us up some lunch, and then we will be heading on the road. Now I do know he's drinking as we speak, so that would be, it's going to be different. That's for sure. I don't understand the idea of thinking that you need to binge or party it up before you go to rehab, but I think that's what's going on in his head right now. So unfortunately, that's kind of where we're going to be at with all of this. So anyhow, all right, here we go. Got here probably about midnight. We had a pretty up and down drive. I just noticed that, like, the beginning of his drinking, he's happy, he's, whatever, and then it turns to anger, and then it turns to confusion and sadness, all the whole nine. And so it's like, it's almost like the alcohol exposes the BPD even more. Like, it makes the BPD more intense. It was very interesting. Before we left, he wanted to watch a special that was on HBO. It's a series called Euphoria, and it has Zendaya in it. And it was a special episode, had to do with the sponsor talking to her about going back to rehab. It was almost like he needed to hear it. It was like his reassurance, I guess. It was very strange. And I do believe that there's a lot of spiritual guiding going on right now, like behind me, across the way from here. And I'll zoom in so you can see it in a minute. But there is a set of 3 crosses that I can look at from my window and from here. And when I saw that and I drove up here, I had peace. I felt like this is the right thing, that God's here protecting him. Dealing with something as dark as addiction, I believe there's darkness that's attached to it. So once you can get rid of that, like the monkey off your back, you can let the light in, and that's when the healing can start. Now, he's talked about that he doesn't want to go, but he's still here. I haven't done any reacting. I'm not talking him in one way or the other. I'm just letting him vent, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm just moving along the train. I know this is life or death for him. If he doesn't follow through, he's gonna die. There's no way around it. He will not survive in this world and in his life does not get this help. Good morning. I am sitting outside here on this back patio area. It is cold this morning, but I'm sitting here and just praying and thinking about what is about to unfold today. So I'm hoping that he will be humble and he will trust the doctors to know what they are saying will help him and guide him. And then once I have him checked in and I'll be heading back on the road, I'll tell you everything about how it went and what I think of the place and what's going to happen now. So basically, I have to say this facility is much different than anything I've ever taken him to before. The other places were more hospital-like, so to speak. And this one just seems a lot more like, I don't know, like real life experience for him. Like he's going to be living in a halfway house. Right now he's at like a hospital, but it's not a hospital. It's more like a small town hospital. It's like 45 minutes from here. And then he will, in the next couple days, he'll be detoxing and he'll be having his psych eval. They're going to get him on the right meds. And then he'll be going back to the facility that I dropped him off at today. And that's where he'll be doing his like group therapy for the alcohol rehab stuff, and then they'll also be taking him to a therapist for his DBT, which is the dialectical behavioral therapy. But I went ahead and got him some clothes and stuff like that I know that he needed, and some shampoo and everything. And then I found a Bible and I went ahead and got it. And the only reason why I did it is there were so many signs on this whole trip about God being with me, because I've been praying a lot about needing his help and protecting my son, especially because some of the things that Billy talks about, and I don't know if it's the drugs and the alcohol or or the BPD, but there are times where he actually has brought up that he thought like demons are attached to him and stuff. So because of those reasons, I've been looking for signs for God to tell me that this is the right thing. And I kid you not, the whole way down here, there were like billboards everywhere that was talking about recovery, and like that movie that we watched last night from Euphoria, it was about going to recovery. At one point when we came into Arkansas, there was this big giant, like it was a sculpture of prayer hands, and it said something to the effect of praying for those who are most in need. And he looked at it and really took it in and thought about it. And I saw it too, but I didn't say anything. I just was like, oh my gosh, that's a huge sign. And then when we came into the hotel last night, and there was those 3 crosses, and they were like, I don't know, as big as that Arby's sign right over there. It's like 100 feet in the air. Huge crosses. And then I get in the car ready to go as he's driving away, and because he had the Bluetooth set up for his phone, I just turned it off and clicked on FM, and it's a Christian station. Like, I didn't search that. It literally just popped up and has been playing Christian music the whole time I've been in the car. So that's another confirmation for me. And, you know, sometimes when you're in these dark moments like this, and you're scared, and you're needing hope, stuff like that is really, really, really hopeful. And it's true to the testament that God is here and he is watching him. Like, I really, really think this could be a change for his life. You know, we listened to his music all the way up here, and I'm so impressed with his ability. So imagine if he can do that sober, and he can use it to be inspirational instead of talking about dark stuff, because that's what most of his music is about, dark things. And I'm hoping that maybe he'll find God and cling to him instead of turning from him. So I wrote a prayer in there in the Bible for him, and I highlighted some of the scriptures that have helped me over the years. And he may never look at it, but maybe he will. I'm hoping. I keep praying, and I'm just going to stay faithful that this is going to be a good thing. The worst part about addiction and struggles for people, to me, is what other people think and how other people treat you when you're sick. It's the, you're a piece of crap, I don't want nothing to do with you mentality. And we need more understanding. We need more compassion to help people get through those things, and more willingness to guide them to it versus forcing them into it. So I hope that I've done that. I've hoped that I made him feel like I was just there to assist him instead of making him feel like this is it, or you better get your stuff together, kind of a thing. I'm hoping. And I hope that he'll forgive me for some of the enabling that I did and the ignoring of his behavior, because I didn't want to admit my kid was that ill. And a lot of us parents do that. We disregard warning signs because we don't want to believe it, or we're too wrapped up in our own worlds to see it. So that's the first thing you got to do, is don't be afraid to see the warning signs, and don't be afraid to seek help. I mean, that literally is the biggest thing that I have come to realize through this whole process, is that the more we fear the idea of tearing down those picket fences that we build up around us to make us feel like our lives are perfect and we've got the perfect house and the perfect family and the perfect cars and all of that, and we take those picket fences down, and we recognize when we have faults, and we recognize that it's okay to make a change, and it's okay to fail, and it's okay to have faults, and that it's okay to seek help. I know too many people who have lost their kids that didn't get this opportunity to get this far. So I'm really thankful that he's still on this earth. The only thing I can give you is you have to have something to help get you through it. It can't just be your partner or your family. You have to believe in something bigger, like faith. You have to have faith. When we were in the worst parts of this stuff with Billy, he could not see that. And I kept saying, no, I'm praying. I'm having people pray. I have to keep walking by faith. I cannot look at the signs that are around me and think that this is going to be my son's legacy in the world, is being a piece of crap or being crazy. We all are worth more than that. So anyway, I hope that I can help in any way make you see that it's possible and that there is still hope. So I wish you And I pray for you the best in your journeys. And the first step is to ask for help. That's the first. If you're watching this and you are down and out, or your family member is, just make the call. Pick up the phone and make the call. Reach for the help. It's there. You gotta just go for it. It's not gonna be easy. And his journey is by far, we have not crossed that finish line. We have not spiked the ball on the touchdown goal line. We are literally at the beginning of the race. The gun just went off and we are heading down the track. So we'll see how this journey goes. And I'll keep you posted. And again, I want to thank everyone who helped us, because we were financially just no way possible we were going to be able to pay for getting his insurance restarted up. So everybody who contributed to helping make this possible, and your prayers, I think are 10 times even more valuable than the dollars and cents that were sent through our GoFundMe account. The prayers were tremendous, because I do feel it. I feel God's presence. I feel like he is being protected. So I thank God for that. So I thank God for anyone who's watching this video. If you happen to watch this, it's because God wants you to. He's wanting to remind you that there's love for everyone in the world, including you, including the worst piece of crap person you think is out there, and including the person that you think you've lost all hope and faith in. He loves them too. He loves us all. And all you got to do is reach out. All right. I am done with today's vlog. I will keep you posted on how things are going in this journey. And I will leave down in the description below links on how you can call for help. And thank you.